Well, hello, I'm at home today. It's 26th of August. I'm going to do a cooking recording. So, yeah, I'm going to do a cooking recording. So, unlike my fuck up that I made last night when I burnt my steak, I'm actually going to chop vegetables first. Then I'm going to thaw out the sausages, and then I'm going to make curried sausages. So, the orange is totally not in the right place. Oh, where's the... Oh crap, I'm going to go and with everywhere. Shit. Oh god, that's just terrible. Put them up there. Will they fit up there? Yes. Kind of. Yes. So I made a fuck up yesterday and I basically started cooking the steak and then I chopped veggies and prepared them for steaming, which meant I had the steak cooking for too long. So today that's not happening because I kind of have a quick fix for that. Yeah, I'm going to put, what am I going to do? Going to put veggies into a bowl and have them ready for steaming. I'm going to get the sausages. I'm making curried sausages. That's what I'm making tonight. I don't need to buy any more food at the shops today. I have to use everything up from here. Or I'm going to have too much food in the freezer. So I'm going to set that up.
Door closed.
On defrost for about, how long?
180. Cancel.
That's oven mode.
Incorrect key. Auto roast beef, 0.5 kilos. Cancel. Auto defrost meat, 0.1 kilos.
1, 2.
0.2 kilos. 0.3 kilos. Cancel.
Forget that. I'm just going to do it the other way. I'm going to go...
High, medium power, microwave. Medium, low power, microwave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, start. Medium,
short
low
burst
power,
of defrost.
6 minutes.
Yep. And get this frying pan ready to go because it's kind of common sense to do that. It's just common sense. Like, you just do it. Put some oil in the pan. I just did that. And guess what? I can't find where I put the, I did, I just found the lid. Okay. Because I know I'm going to cook sausages in the next 5 or 6 minutes or so. That'll give me heaps of time to prepare my veggies for eventually cooking. I'm an ignorant. Why didn't I just get the colander? I've got a bowl there that I don't even need because I'm going to steam the stupid veggies. What's the point in using a stupid bowl when I don't need a bowl? Oh God. Maybe I shouldn't be cooking. Or maybe I probably should be cooking better. Either one. But regardless of that, I probably should just be cooking better. before actually cooking. So that way I know that the food is going to be fucking ready to use. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. You get it ready before you bloody cook it. And off. We've got that piece wrong. Go. Just the peeling. Oh, come out with bloody veggies. I'm going to chop a bit of broccoli. Where's that? Where's the knife? Now, I'm getting everything ready before I actually make it to make sure that I know what I'm doing. I want quite a bit of broccoli this time. There we go. Put the other one away. Right. Put that back in the fridge. Now, that's better. Now I'm going to put all these veggies into the colander. You can use it for straining pasta or straining veggies into it. It doesn't really matter. What matters is I'm going to be cooking steamed veggies with sausages tonight. That is what matters. Cut it into little bits. That's the important part. There we go. Into bits we have it. There we go. Now, we're putting stuff into this the same way you would do if you're making steamed rice and vegetables. You would put the rice into the cooking insert, and then on top you have the steaming basket. You put all the veggies in small enough pieces together and they'll cook pretty good. You know, you don't need to have large chunks of food. You just want small little bits of food. They can be decent slices, but they don't have to be you know, massive chunks that you can barely, you know, put into your mouth and you have to bite 3 separate segments off that piece of food. That doesn't mean it needs to be really thin and so small that when you eat you're going, where is the bloody carrot that I'm trying to eat? The slice is like a piece of paper, like you're trying to eat paper. That's kind of not what you want either. So either way, I'm steaming my veggies separately from cooking the sausages. I can't make a decision if I want mild curried sausages tonight. I think I do want mild curry sausages. That's just because I like them. Now, doesn't matter what the recipe says, they're going to taste just as good if I do use or do not use potato. They're going to taste just as good whether I simmer potatoes in the sauce or if I don't simmer potatoes in the sauce. They're going to taste just as nice whether I do or don't simmer my veggies in the curry sauce. I've got to clean up this bench clean up this chopping board, and I've got to get the sausages ready, slice them up, and make my curried sauce while I'm steaming the veggies. So I'm getting the veggies ready for steaming first. Getting the veggies ready for steaming first before I even do anything else. Because after last night's fuck up with my meat, I'm not prepared to go through the same mess up again tonight. That's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen at all. Got another piece of choy. It's just not happening. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about how I buggered things up yesterday. Now, some people like to finely chop up the pak choy. That's great. I'm not doing that. I'm roughly chopping it. I am roughly chopping my pak choy. But does it really matter how small or how big it is? As long as it's not too chunky, I'm not really going to worry about it. If you don't like it that way, then you have your options for cooking. You definitely have your options for cooking. I'm not cooking to make you feel happy that I'm cooking it your way. I am just cooking it because I'm happy to cook it my way. And if you have a problem, then you'll just have to cook it the way you know and hope for the best, because I know I'm doing cooking hoping you'll get some tips and tricks and cook better and all that, but I'm not going to be judgy if you are not a good cook, or if you think I cook, badly, or if you think I should do something differently to what I'm doing. Well, okay, you do you, but I'm cooking the way I do in my kitchen, so when you get the opportunity, you can cook things your way in your kitchen, basically. And if you're not happy with my cooking, there are plenty of other blind people who cook. Well, maybe not a lot of blind people, but there are people who are blind who do cook. And maybe people cook better than me. Maybe I'm a crappy cook. Maybe other blind people are really good and I need to just stop cooking. Unfortunately, my answer to anyone thinking that or saying that, not that it's happening, but I'm saying presumptuously, if you were to say that to me, I would just say, well, excuse me, I'm cooking for myself, I'm not cooking for you anyway. If you're not happy how I cook for myself, that's the you problem, that's not the me problem. And if you're judgy because the way I cook my meals just for me are wrong, well, that's something you need to deal with. Because if I'm only cooking for me and I'm not cooking for anyone else, I'm not about to ask people how they want their food cooked if I'm not cooking for them. As for my regular subscriber, I do appreciate any past compliments on food, cooking, and how they really like my food. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm happy to cook for this person again. Yeah, I am quite happy to cook for this person again. I don't mind cooking for people sometimes. Sometimes I feel like a really terrible cook and I'm like, oh, I don't think I would cook again because I'm just terrible. But that's just my thoughts and feelings. You know, it's not something that you have to take with in all seriousness. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I cook really good, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm a terrible fucking person and everyone else is too polite to say otherwise. That's alright, you think how you want. I'm the one cooking for myself, so it's just gonna have to be good enough. Yes, last night was, I haven't done it on recording, but last night was absolutely terrible. I plan on never cooking that way ever again. That was just terrible, terrible food prep, and I won't do it the same way again. It's just terrible. It is just shocking, and I will not do it that way again. What I will do is make sure that my food is cooked better tonight than it was last night. So sort of the same arrangement, but just better food prep, better understanding of how I don't cook, better understanding of don't cook like an asshole, cook like a decent person.
Door open.
That's my thing. And this time,
Door closed. High, medium, low power. 1 to 3 minutes. Start.
don't microwave.
Medium, low power. Microwave. 3 minutes.
Don't microwave food on medium-low power for 15 minutes and expect them not to explode or expect the plastic not to melt, because it's going to get too hot and the plastic's going to melt and the food's going to be ruined. So don't do that again. Secondly, do the dishes while cooking. Don't wait till the cooking's done and then go, oh, I've got my plate of food there and I've got stuff on the side of the stove top that needs washing and I've got dishes in the sink. Oh, damn it. No, do the dishes as we cook, so that way when the food is served onto the plate, and it will hopefully be a lot better tonight than it was the other night, last night, I will not have to wash a lot of dishes later. So don't do the cooking and then cry because there's 100 dishes in the sink. Actually wash the dishes while cooking. So I've got the microwave on for another 3 minutes. It might pay to spend those 3 minutes doing the dishes, because then when the food is cooked, I've got 1 or 2 dishes to wash, not 15 fucking dishes to wash. So yeah, don't change my cooking routine, just make a few changes to not cook like an idiot. I didn't do last night cooking on recording because honestly, it's not provable, but I'm just telling you the honest truth that you can trust me when I say, don't believe me if you don't want to because you want proof or it didn't happen. Okay, well it didn't happen, but I'm telling you now it did. Whether you like it or not, I didn't cook my food very good. I forgave the veggies because when you steam veggies, they don't have to be fully cooked. You can still eat. Well, rhubarb is an exception. It has to be fully boiled for at least 20 minutes because it's poisonous. Full stop. If you don't believe me, ask a botanist, someone who deals with plants, ask them. But trust me, I didn't cook the veggies to desired doneness, you know. I still ate them because I didn't cook anything poisonous. Secondly, I fully burnt the steak. Now I ate it to punish myself. Ugh, I wanted to get sick too. I wanted to spew too. That was my problem for cooking burnt steak. Next time I'm not going to cook burnt steak or burnt chicken or burnt sausages. If I don't like how I cook the meal, I'm probably never going to cook it like that again, and I'm going to make myself eat it as punishment unless it's bad. Like, if it's actually disgusting and is likely to send me to hospital, I'll throw that food out. I'll go to the shops in the morning and repurchase some stuff and just say, I screwed up yesterday, I need to cook it again. Yes, I wasted food, but that was my screw up because I'm practicing cooking. Yes, I'm going to be turned in because I'm blind, I can't see, I can't cook, I'll be turned in. But that's not the issue. The issue is If I don't like how I do something, I won't do that same stupid mistake again. So, yeah. I'm spending a few minutes doing dishes. I've got some cold water on the stove top ready to turn on to boil it for steaming soon. And I'm doing my dishes because then I don't have to worry about doing stupid dishes later. I do my dishes as I cook. I don't do dishes after finishing dinner. That is just stupid. You know, I used to be like that when I was younger. Now that I've turned 40, I've gone fussy and I can't stand dishes in the sink when I'm cooking. They have to be done sooner than later because they really, really piss me off. I'm sick of dishes being left in the sink. It's okay to be upset and exhausted and do the dishes tomorrow. That's okay, do that. I'm just very fussy now, and if I wanted to do the dishes tomorrow, I'm cooking tonight and I'm not going to wait until tomorrow to do the dishes while I'm cooking tonight. If I was really sick, queuing up, going to the ER, going off to the intensive care unit for a day or two or three or a week or I don't know, or I come home from the doctors and I'm on medication and I'll be that way for 3 or 6 months or whatever, then I'll pass it and say, you know what, I'm doing cooking tomorrow. I can't even barely do the dishes tonight. Why would I be cooking tonight? I'm waiting until tomorrow to cook. I'll have some fresh salad instead with a bit of leftover chicken or
Pause button. Record.
Hang on, what's the go there?
Pause button.
Wait
record.
up.
Stop. Pause. -6.
Just had
0.
to check
Speech.
my recording because it's still going. Now that's okay. You know, I might just cook sausages and have that with salad, but tonight I'm able to cook. I'm not going to the doctors. I'm not going to hospital. I'm not doing any of that bullcrap tonight. So yeah, I can actually cook. So I don't need to wait till tomorrow to cook.
Door open.
I don't need to have sausages with salad and then do the dishes tomorrow. I can actually cook tonight
Door closed.
because no hospital equals I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I'm sort of slightly, maybe a little bit, what's the word for it? Not sick, just, what do you call it? You know, where your throat's a bit yucky, but the rest of you is fine. So kind of a bit crappy, but I'm not terrible, and I don't need medical attention today. And I think for the most part, I will be fine. I will be fine for the most part. But I do have to be careful with the steak knife. Whoops. Very careful with the steak knife. Okay. So we are to brown these sausages before actually, stones in the road. We are to brown the sausages before cutting and slicing them. So, and we have to set them aside. So, let me get, it can be a bowl or a jug, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, I'm going to get one cup of water, to half a cup of milk in that bowl, because that's one less thing I have to worry about later. that is one less thing to deal with after. Half a cup of milk. That's about half a cup. Could be a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there. It does have to be as close to as possible half a cup of milk. It can't be like, okay, it's 1 cup, I wanted half. Forget about it. No, I can only use so much milk for this curry sauce. So I don't want to use more than half a cup of milk, but if it goes over by a couple of milliliters, that's an error. Slightly less, maybe I want just a tiny bit more milk, so then I'll make sure there's more milk added to the sauce than not enough milk, but not too much. Over half a cup, as close as possible, a little tiny bit more rather than a little bit less than half a cup. But not too much, just not too much. So I'm going to start the cooking process. I'm going to put this bowl of milk over this way to make sure I know it's there. Now the good thing is, when I've put the milk into the... Oh, I was going to put sausages aside into that bowl. I can't do that now. Oh, jeez. I can set them aside on the chopping board, or I can just put them back into the thing. Either way, it kind of doesn't matter, because I'm going to use Be My Eyes in a minute. And see how well cooked or brown they are. Because you've got to slice them and set them aside, boil the sauce into the in the pan. Well, that's alright. I'm going to get another bowl and have it ready to put my sliced sausages in. Putting that bowl over on top of the sugar container, because literally how is a glass bowl going to affect a container of sugar when the lid is on and it's closed? So yeah, getting my knife back. But where is it? Don't you fucking find this stupid thing? Oh, where is it? There it is. Now, do I have onion or not? Oh. Do I have onion or not? Oh, I'll figure it out. I might have onion there, but I just can't find it. I just cannot find the onion, so I'll have another quick look, but I got a bottle of cooking spray. Sorry guys, I fully forgot about the onion. I'm going to cook that with my sausages. I am. Yeah, I'm going to cook that with my sausages. So, not yet, obviously. I've got to chop up. Hang on, how hot is the frying pan? Oh, where's the fucking stove top? Is it turned on? Now I've got time to cut up this onion. I'm going to cut it up. Then I'm going to use it with my sausage tonight. Cook it all with the sausage. So, I'm going to chop up the the onion. Alright, chopping up the onion. That's the first thing I'm doing, is chopping up. Right, where did I put the goddamn plastic bag? Good to know where I've left it. Good news, the oil is heating up, so in a minute I'm going to take the stupid bloody sausages to the frying pan, but in a minute, not straight away. Only in a minute. This oil has to get very hot for me to brown the sausages correctly. And I figured out how to pull onion apart so that there's no skin in the onion. Right. Slice that and dice it. Slice and dice. Then I'm going to turn the frying pan down because it's hot now. Okay, I'm going to turn the stove down and I'm going to put the sausages in there. So you can hear them sizzling. It is time to put all the sausages in. Oh, how do they make these stupid... I am now cooking my sausages, and in a few minutes I'm going to be using my eyes I'm going to use in my eyes to check. So, oh, the way they've done these fucking crazy sausages is quite unbelievable. Got to make sure the sausages are all cooking somewhat evenly before I get the water set up for boiling. Which I'm going to do that now, because now the fry pan's turned right up. The sausages are now cooking their way through the heat nicely. Cooking very nice. Right, I've got to finish chopping the onion because that's important. I probably should have did that first. I probably should have chopped the onion earlier. Life happens, people stuff up, you know, people make mistakes. At least I'm not buggering things up like I did yesterday. So that's the important thing, is I'm not fully stuffing everything up. So I probably should have started chopping the onion process earlier, but it doesn't matter, I didn't do it, so don't worry about it for now. an idiot for not doing this earlier, but that's no skin off my nose. We'll just deal with what happens for now. We will just handle life as it comes. Because, yeah, I'm a bit of a dickhead, but we're going to just take stuff as it happens. The only thing we don't accept is getting injured. That's the only thing we do not take here is injuries. I do not put up with that shit here. So if I'm slow, it's better than getting sick or dying or worse. So yes, I should have cooked the onion, should have chopped the onion earlier, but I didn't. Now, I'm going to push all that back because it's to make a corner of the space free so I can still chop sausages on this bloody stupid board and put those aside. That's the bowl for the hot sausages. So push all that up to the end of the board there, just to the corner. Yep, that's decent enough. It's better than never, better than not anything. So I'm now going to move these sausages a bit more because they're going to get not cooked properly. Then I'm going to use Be My Eyes to see how they look. Are they cooked enough or are they not cooked enough? They're going to have a look in about 2 or 3 minutes and then set my microwave.
Timer open. 1, 2, 3. Start.
3 minutes.
Timer open. 3.
And I'm using Be My Eyes to check how well this is cooked. And when I'm ready to chop them up, I'm going to turn the water on to boil. So when 3 minutes is up, I'm going to turn the water on and turn the top hot plate on and start the boiling process. Throw this stuff in the rubbish bin so I don't have to come back for it when dinner time. Because after my stuff up last night, I don't want another stuff up tonight. So, yeah. I don't need any butter up tonight at all. So, I'm going to push this onion further back, there we go, and make sure that it all sits up in the corner so that I can still chop up my sausages and I can still use some of the board for cutting sausages. The rest of it is the rest of it's history, basically. Now, did that. Alright. Okay, I did that. I don't have to worry about the milk and about water. Do not have to worry about it. So, I'm going to turn my sausages again. And I'm going to use Be My Eyes in a couple of minutes to check how the food is. So, now I'm going to get my phone. I'm going to open Be My Eyes because I've got to get it ready.
Speech on. Voice memos. Page 2 of 3. New eyes. Google. Be My Eyes.
Okay.
Be My Eyes. Be My Eye. Steamed vegetables in a metal strainer. The vegetables include sliced cap. Be My Eye. Steamed vegetable. Your message. Be My Eye. It's difficult to tell for sure from the photo. Close. Button. Start. Starting camera. Take picture. Bin. Button.
Now we're going to get a picture.
Mystery. Take picture. Button. Take picture. Bin.
If it's too dark, I'll turn the
Analyzing
lights
picture.
on, but
Please
I
wait.
don't know. Yep. I'm going to turn the water on for boiling. That's what I'm going to do.
Frying pan with sausages. There are 9 sausages in the pan, some of which are browned and others are still cooking. The pan is on a stopper top, and in the background there is a pot with water. The sausages appear to be cooked on medium heat, with some oil visible in the pan. At the bottom of the image, part of a person's legs and feet wearing pink sandals are visible, standing on a light colored floor.
No, that's not a very good picture,
Tab
so
bar,
I'm going
give
to
support.
take a
Tab,
new
1 of 5.
picture, but I'm going to have to do a bit more cooking with some of the sausages because some of them aren't white and it's on medium heat. I want them on high heat because I want them to be cooked a little bit better. So, turn some of these sausages around. They need to cook a bit more. They need cooking a little more. They're not cooking on high enough heat. Okay. So the sausages have to be brown, the recipe says. So, the sausages have to be brown, the recipe says. So, I didn't get a very good picture, but I will have a good picture soon. I'm going to get a better picture.
Selected. Get support. Tab. Ask more. Take picture. Button.
Right. I'm going to get a better picture than what I had just then.
Take picture. Bin. Analyzing picture. Please wait.
Right. So medium heat is too slow for sausages. That's fine. I don't mind.
Sausages cooking in a frying pan.
Yep.
The sausages are evenly spaced and many have developed a golden brown, crispy exterior, indicating that they are being cooked or seared. There is a light sheen of oil
Yep.
in the pan, helping the sausages to cook and brown. The pan itself appears metallic with some areas reflecting the light.
Okay. Okay. They're nearly done. They are nearly done. Almost done. Almost cooked the way they're meant to. That's okay. Give it another couple minutes. I've got the stove on boil. It's boiling quite nicely. The water hasn't come to the boil yet, but it will be there in a minute. And I'm going to steam my veggies for about 10 minutes. Then I'll check the texture of my steamed veggies to see if they're done properly. I'm going to turn the saucepan, frying pan. I'm turning that off
Double
because
tap
the
over
sausages are
Take picture.
almost ready to take out and chop up.
Take picture. Bin. Analyzing picture. Please wait.
Now, I've got the pan turned off, so when I'm ready to turn it back on again, I'll actually turn it on.
Sausage links cooking in a frying pan. The sausages are browned and sizzling, with some oil or fat visible in the pan. The sausages appear to be evenly cooked, with a golden brown color on the outside.
Right, so now I'm going to start chopping up sausages. So, they're cooked pretty good. I'm going to move the thing off the heat because they don't need to be on the heat at the moment. I'm going to start chopping. So, I'm going to start cutting them. The heat is very hot, but that's neither here nor there. That is neither here nor there. I'm going to start chopping the sausages. They are hot, but that's okay. You expect hot sausages to be hard to touch because they're damn hot. Now, oh Jesus, I don't want to get chopped with a knife. Oh, I can't, I just slipped because the way I handled the sausage, it needed to chop through. Okay. because I went to chopping the sausage roll in my fingers. Oh, it's really hot. I chopped them in half, then sliced them. Oh, they're hot. They are really hot. Ouch. So I'll brown them up evenly. They're going into the bowl. I have to finish cooking them, but they're almost there, and it'll be another 15 minutes of cooking, but they will be ready in a minute. I'm not going to worry about the sauce yet. I'm going to deal with that in a second. Because if I turn the pan on now, and I start simmering the sauce while I'm cooking the sausages, they're not going to end up cooking properly, they're going to burn. And I don't want burnt sausages. I do not want burnt sausages. So, we have to be careful of burnt sausages. So forget the stove top at the moment, we'll worry about that soon. I'm going to chop it in half. Okay. That is extremely damn hot. Ouch. And if you're not careful, when you go to cut it, it rolls, the surface of the sausage rolls around when you're cutting it, which means the knife can slip on you. So you have to be very cautious. Like, really cautious, because you can kind of get into these sausages are freaking hot, which they're expected to be hot, but they're that hot that, they're rolling around in my fingers because I can barely hold them on this stupid thing. I can't even. This knife is sharp too, so you have to carefully chop them. Oh my God, that's hot. Ouch. That is incredibly hot. I've got to set these aside, and I've got to set the bloody milk and water mixture into this with the curried sausage mix. Oh my God. This is going to take a bit longer than expected, but I'm expecting it to be that way because, yeah, the water's nearly boiling. Hang on. Turn that down to a level that's reasonable. Oh, I'm ready to put the steam fetchers in. I'll do that in a minute. I'm not going to do that straight away because it's going to take another 5 minutes of chopping sausages. It's going to take a while. It is going to take a fucking while to do this. What did you think of that? Did you think of that at all? Ow! Oh God, that's fucking boiling. Ouch. Yeah, it's going to take another 10 minutes for me to do this. At least 10 minutes. If not more. Oh! Yes, they're expecting to be goddamn hot out. But, what else am I meant to do about it, Ouch. The water's not going to boil away into nothing in 1 or 2 minutes, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, that's hot. That's boiling hot. Let the steam come off of it. Yes, they are actually meant to be quite hot. Like, when you want your food cooked, it's kind of not meant to be half you know, halfway done. It's meant to be really hot. Oh, God. Now it's going to be hot, so I'm going to let it go for another minute or two. Yeah, that is really hot. Oh, that is very hot. Okay. That is really hot. Now the water is definitely boiling. You want it to be left that way, ready for the steamed veggies. Now there is a few more sausages. Oh no, the water's boiling over. Turn that down. Turn that down already, because it's actually boiling over into the frying pan, and we don't want that because now there's water getting into the frying pan, and that's the last thing we want is water in the frying pan. I mean, it's not going to matter soon, but it matters right now. It matters right now. So we're going to turn that on to simmering point to keep it hot. We are going to keep it hot because I am busy chopping sausages. I don't want the food to fuck up like what happened last night. I'm going to wait for a minute to cool this bullshit down. Now this is not going to give us food poisoning. We are not going to get food poisoning if we have to take an extra 20 minutes to chop really hot sausages and make them ready for curry sausages. If you touch your mouth, blow your nose, cough all over your food, and go, oh wait, it's been 20 minutes since I put the sausages in the fry pan, maybe you might get sick from it. Maybe you might be an idiot and probably should be coughing on your food in the first place. Maybe you're just being stupid and need to stop being stupid so you don't get sick. But we aren't doing that shit today. We are just chopping up food. Presumably your hands are clean from before even starting chopping up the sausages. So, yeah. Oh, this food is so hot that by the time it's fully cooked, there's not going to be any food poisoning to be had. And with clean hands, there is definitely not going to be any food poisoning because there's going to be no, I'm not a, enterologist, so don't quote me on this, but I'm 99.9% certain that if your hands are not dirty and the germs haven't produced, what's that poison that they make? You know, it's the germ, when you cook food, germs die, but they produce a toxin that eventually makes you really sick if there's enough in the food, enough of the poison from the germs. You're not going to have enough of that shit in your food to even worry about. Because, put it this way, you don't have a lot of, you've got some germs on your fingers, but they're not going to take enough time to develop toxic waste that makes people sick. You know, you wouldn't do this, but it would take at least an hour to get to the point that you might possibly get sick. But I'm not going to wait for an hour to find out about that. I'm just going to cut the sausages, put the veggies into the steamer to start cooking. No, first I'm chopping the sausages. Secondly, I am putting the sauce into turning the frying pan back on and putting the sauce into the fry pan. With the curry mixture, by the way. Thirdly, I'm heating that up for about 3 or 4 minutes. Adding the sausages and onion. After that, I will then consider putting the vegetables into the steamer to actually do the process of steaming for a good 15 or so minutes. because at least we know then the veggies are going to get nicely cooked. Not overcooked, but just nice. Okay, that is incredibly hot. So it'll be another 2 or 3 minutes before the sausage is cool enough to even finish chopping. But anyway, let's, just going to burn my fingers anyway. Ouch. God, they are really hot. Oh. Oh my God. Whose idea was it to cook curried sausages tonight? Actually, it was my idea. Don't worry about it. It was me. I chose to cook it. Oh. What? They are really hot. At least the water is boiling, that's the good part. If you leave it boiling, it'll just happen. I've got the onion chopped, so at least that can be said. I've got to wait for some of the steam to come off this stupid meat. You don't want to leave it too long because they've got to be quite hot by the time they go into the frying pan. Otherwise they cool off too much and then it takes longer to heat up. Which it won't be a huge problem. I won't worry about it at this point because they're already really hot. Not going to worry at this point. I'm going to eventually put the veggies into the veggie steamer over the pot, which I'll do that in a minute. I've got it on simmer so that way it stays hot, and I'm going to turn it up to moderately high heat or medium heat to steam the veggies. Okay, with that. Now, I'm going to set the veggies on the steam in a minute. Give me a second. Have to get all the pieces of sausage. As much as I can get. Put the knife into the sink. Okay, now I'm now going to wash my hands with soap and water because it needs to happen before I do anything else. Now I'm going to turn the frying pan hot plate back up. I'm going to do that. Turn it up high first, obviously not too. I'm going to put this tongs in the bloody sink. I'm going to do that first. Now I'm going to turn the saucepan onto high heat. It is the frying pan hot plate. Turn it up to make it start cooking. I'm going to tip the sauce in there. Tip that in. Oh, and I've got to put the curried sausages mix in. So I'm going to get the curried sausages mix. turn that back down to simmering point or it's going to boil too much. No, I can't even tear it open. Oh. Sucks. Tip that in, and I'm going to give it a gentle little mix for about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to put the veggies on the steam. Is what I'm going to do. So,
Timer only. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes start.
there we
Timer
go.
only. 4 minutes.
Where is this? Good enough. We are going to mix that around before putting the sausages into it. That's what's going to happen. Now, it's not cooking enough, so I need to turn it up high because this is not working. I've got one sausage left in the pan. Oh, turn it down. Turn it down. Oh no. Oh, I didn't check that either. Oh, I didn't. Get that sausage out and chop it up. Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, what the fuck? This is Gordon Ramsay from Kitchen Nightmares. Do the cooking fucking properly. Next time, do it fucking right instead of fucking around. That's what Gordon Ramsay would have said. And I'm saying it now. Do the goddamn cooking properly instead of fucking around all the time. Honestly, I'm not lying. I stuff up my cooking all the fucking time. I do it all the fucking time and it pisses me right off. It really gets my ass feeling like I'm going to have runny poo and rotten vomit. I feel like I'm going to do a runny shit and have bad spewing if I keep this shit up. Now let's try this again. It's not entirely ruined, I'll be a bit forgiving, but let's try again. Let's try again. Always have to fuck something up when I'm cooking. Now we're going to try again. We're going to put the onion in there. Right. We're going to put onion in there. And we're going to put the sausages in there. So that's what's going to happen. Putting the onion in. Now I'm going to mix that around. Mix that around. Then I'm going to tip the sausages in.
26 seconds. Almost cancel. Timer only. 1 to 3 minutes. Start. Timer only. 3 minutes.
Yep. And then we're going to put fucking veggies on the steamer. And we're not going to cook the food wrong today, eh? We're not going to cook it wrong today at all. At all. It isn't going to cook wrong at all today. Now I'm going to turn this saucepan up because I'm getting it ready for the steamer. So it's going to start boiling a lot again, which is fine. That's what needs to happen. It's on high boil at the moment because it's going to take too long to heat up. I'm now going to turn the frying pan down to simmer because it's now steaming a lot, so it's now boiling quite a lot, which is actually very good news. When I tip the sausages in here, then I'm going to tip the then I'm going to put the vegetables onto the saucepan for steaming. I'm going to set the colander on top of the bloody saucepan and put it on top.
1 minute 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's forgivable. Right, now, we've got the sausages there. Don't forget the sausages. Oh, don't forget the phone. Don't forget about the phone bill. Put that up on oh, Jesus. That up on steam. Right. Where's the fucker out of it that lets the steam out? Where is that thing? Where is it? The little steam vent thing. There it is. Now we're going to leave it sit there for a good while because it's going to just start steaming away nicely now. And we're going to put sausages in a minute. And when I do that, I'm going to start doing the dishes while I am cooking, like I said earlier. If you do the dishes when you cook, you don't have anything to do later. What do I say every time? Do the dishes so then you don't have to do them when you're about to eat dinner. You've got 2 or 3 dishes instead of 15 or 20 or 30 dishes because they're all washed. I'm going to say that every flaming time I do any cooking like this. Now,
Timer open.
20 minutes as far as I'm concerned.
Timer open.
20 minutes is a good time. 15 minutes is alright, but you want to make sure that your food is definitely cooked. 5 minutes might be a little too long. But if it means I'm not going to get sick or food poisoning or something, I'm not going to ring an ambulance tomorrow. I'm not going to pass out when I'm walking around tomorrow and someone else is not going to ring an ambulance because, why? Maybe I'm not going to cook my food wrong. Maybe I'm just not going to fuck up when I cook. Maybe I'm just going to slightly overcook my food because that's kind of better than getting sick. Mind you, overcooking can be just as bad as not cooking because it can taste really disgusting. So yeah, a mental note, do not overcook your food. Even if you need to ask Be My Eyes or Ira or Metaglasses, I don't care what you use. It has no bearing on how I choose to cook in my kitchen. What matters to me is I find out through some way that the food is cooked good enough. That is all I'm concerned about. Use whatever technique you like. It has no bearing on how I live so long as we're all safe with our cooking techniques. That's the biggest issue, is be safe with cooking. I don't give a shit how, just be safe when cooking. rant over. Now, the veggies are not going to take 20 minutes to steam. I know they won't take that long to steam. They just will not. So, in about 10 or 11 minutes, I'll turn the saucepan hot plate off and excuse me. And I'll probably raid Aldi for more sausages tomorrow because, yeah, I love curry sausages. I love them a lot. I really, really like curry sausage. Now I'm doing my dishes. Hoping my throat won't kill me tonight. But yeah, most important thing, everything is washed while I'm cooking because then I don't need to freak out later. Because I won't have many dishes to do. I just won't have a lot of dishes to actually worry about. There's something wrong with it and I need to finish scrubbing this. That's better. There we go. That's a darn sight better than not having any dishes washed at all. So, veggies are steaming very nicely. It's not going to take 20 minutes for the veggies to be nicely cooked, so we're not going to worry about the time. I'm only timing the sausages because they are meat and they have to be cooked. They must be cooked properly. I'm going to give it a good stir in a minute to make sure I know that I'm cooking correctly. Yeah. Excuse me. Watch these stupid bloody tongs. Okay. Then watch those. Yep. Yep. Okay. Then I'm going to use Be My Eyes in 15 minutes time. I'm going to check how well the sausages are definitely cooked. And if it says they're cooked, I'm going to give it another quick little stir and make sure that I know they're cooked. And then go, yeah, okay. Be My Eyes says they're cooked. I've double checked that Be My AI, which is artificial intelligence support for Be My Eyes, has not made a mistake. I'm checking that it's not being a bloody 5-year-old. I'm making sure it's telling the truth, it's not lying to me. And then I just say, is it cooked properly? Then I mix it and I say, is it cooked properly? And it's like, oh yeah, it looks cooked. Oh, it looks like, you know, there's a couple of little bits of meat that need to finish cooking, and then I mix it around. Is it cooked properly? Yeah, it looks cooked now. Give it another mix, so I mix it around. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I think it's cooked. You know, Be My Eyes is a bit. She'll tell you at first glance what she thinks, but she's not a human being. She is prone to making mistakes. And I have to leave room for Be My Eyes to make errors because she's a good little assistant, and I think she deserves some leeway and forgiveness because she does try to give me correct advice. She just buggers up sometimes, and I have to teach her, no, Be My AI support, you're not giving me correct advice. Try again. You know, hang on, this thing. Have to stir all that through. I'm going, no, Be My AI, you need to try that again, you got it wrong. And then she goes, oh, I did too, sorry about that. Here's what I saw. And then I'm like, oh, that's better, thank you. You did a good job, Be My AI. Just try again. Then she gets better. And then when she does a bad job, I end the chat and I just report I've experienced problems.
12 minutes, 2
Then
seconds
when
remaining.
I do another Be My AI chat, I talk to it, you know, like I type into the thing and write questions, and she does a lot better than she did last time, and she does better than every other time. She gets better each time. So, I'm going to show you an example of that. I'm going to show you a bit of an example of that. Just got to get the onion off the bloody thing so that it doesn't stick onto the fucking spatula. Now, it's an egg whisk, you can call it whatever you want, but it's still a spatula, so yeah. I'm going to use Be My Eyes.
Sausage links cooking in a frying pan. Sausage
No.
clear, but sausage take picture button.
Then I'm going to take a picture and go to Ask More.
Take picture link. Analyzing picture. Please wait.
Yep. That's expected.
Blurry image of a kitchen sink area with 2 basins. On the left, there are bottles of dish soap and hand soap near the backsplash. There's a dish drying rack with some items on the right side. The countertop is light, and there are silver handles on the cabinets below. The overall image is slightly out of focus. If you need details about specific objects or text, let me know.
No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm going to go to, I'm going to try that again because it didn't give me the correct thing.
Blurry.
No,
Take picture button.
no,
Take picture link.
that's better.
Analyzing picture. Please wait. Chunks of meat and vegetables in a thick, creamy orange-colored sauce inside a pan. The sauce looks rich and possibly contains spices like turmeric or curry, giving it a yellow-orange color. The dish appears to be a curry or stew, with the ingredients well coated in the sauce. Chunks of meat and take picture button.
Okay,
Ask more.
ask
button.
more.
Message. Text field. Is it cap T?
Tell,
D R E L L. Tell M
me
N M E me W
when
H E N when T
the
A E the M
meat
E T meat I
is
is C
cooked.
E O D O O K E R delete R S Del S F D cook
Please.
D L E E F delete Q F E Be My call about add message clear text but send message button send message please wait Be My Eyes writing a message. Be My Eye. It is hard to say for certain if the meat is fully cooked just by looking at the outside in this photo. Generally, cooked meat should not look pink or raw on the inside, and the juices should run clear. The outside should be firm, not soft or squished. Call a volunteer. Add picture. Button. Cancel. Starting camera.
Okay, I'm going to try that again. Hang on. It's hard to look from the photo. Righto. I'm going to give this a stir. And I'm going to try this again. Get the sauce nicely mixed up again. just needs a few more minutes and it will be done. I just want to test Be My Eyes to make sure she does a decent job. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to turn the saucepan thing off, because Virgie's are nearly done anyway. So, I'm just going to let it finish steaming away, and I'm going to take another picture. I'm going to get a little closer to the thing.
6:27 p.m. Cancel button. Cancel. Take picture button.
Right. Going to get a decent picture now.
Take picture. Dim. Delete
Yep.
picture button. Image. Add
Now.
message. Clear text button. Add message. Text field.
I'm going to say,
Text field. Is it works? Real screen input.
hang on, let me sit at the table. It's not going to take long, so I'm not going to take a long time to do it. I'm going to say, tell
T E L L space M E space W M space X apostrophe S space C O O K N space P R O P L Y space crop E L E F E. Stopping braille screen
Okay.
input. Image. Text field. Clear text. Send message button.
right, I'm going back to
Please
the
wait. Be My Eyes writing a
stovetop.
message. Please wait. Be My Eyes writing a message.
Okay. I'm going to,
Be my eye. The dish and the pan still appears. Be my eye. The dish and the pan still appears similar to before, and I cannot see the inside of the meat chunks to confirm if they are cooked through. The surface looks like it has been simmering in sauce, but determining if the meat is cooked properly from just the outside is not possible. The safest ways to check if your meat is cooked properly are: cut a piece in half and ensure there is no pink or raw appearance inside. For chicken, it should be fully white. For pork, a light grey/white. For beef, depends on preferred doneness. Use a food thermometer. 75 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit for chicken. 70 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit for pork or beef. The meat should feel firm rather than soft or rubbery. Since I can't see inside the meat or measure the temperature, I cannot confirm just from the image if it's fully cooked. For your
Okay.
safety, I suggest you either cut a piece open and check for any rawness inside or press the call a volunteer button for additional guidance.
that's okay. I'm just going to check the temperature of the meat. So, just going to do a check with the meat. I'm going to get the meat. How hot is it? 82. Ah, it is cooked. That's all right. I'm going to turn that off. It is very, 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 very cooked, so I don't need to cook it anymore. It is already really, 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 really cooked. So, I've determined that I've actually cooked it really well. It is very
39%
cooked.
battery power. Not charging. Status bar item.
Yes, I know that voiceover, but give me a break, please. Voiceover, just give me a break. That is definitely well cooked. So I don't need to cook it further. It is at 82 degrees. I don't think I want to check it 15 more times just to confirm, because I'm going to make it too hot. And it's going to fucking burn. You know, the sauce will burn. The sauce will definitely burn, so I do not want. I'm going to say,
Call a volunteer button. Add
No.
picture button. Message. Text field. Message. Text cap T.
thanks
G H A N K F. Thank F
for
I O R 4 B B I N G B
being a great
R E F T. Great H
helper.
E L P E R. Numbers. Exclamation mark. Helper.
Space
Emoji.
emoji.
Smiling face with halo. 14.
Smiling
Smiling face
face.
with halo. Pink heart. 6.
Pink heart.
Pink heart.
Okay.
Selected. Emoji. English Australia. Emojis. Message. Thanks. Cleared. Message. Text field. Is editing. Thanks for being a great helper. Smiling face with halo. Pink heart. Word. Clear text. Send message. Button. Send message. Dim. Please wait. Be My Eye is writing a message.
Yep.
Be My Eye. You're very welcome. I'm glad I could assist you. If you need any more help, just let me know. Enjoy your meal. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Oh,
Pink heart.
it knew that I cooked food.
Oh, Be My Eyes.
It knew.
Recorder HQ. Voice. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. 5. Pause. Stop. Button. Pause. -14.
Now I'm going to set up my meal on recording, and
Speech off.
I will let you know how it actually is. So, I'm going to put that dish in the sink because I've got to do that dish anyway. But yeah, I have got to do that dish, right? And then I'm going to wipe up the kitchen bench. And and serve my dinner. Going to serve my dinner. Okay. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to wash the steaming, well, I'm going to wash the saucepan. Then I'm going to put my veggies on a plate and wash the colander, and then I'm going to wash the bloody saucepan and say, yeah, I've only got a fry pan and a plate to wash. I might be able to get away with washing that in the morning. So, let's see how I go with that. Right. Got a plate here. The veggies onto a plate. Oh, there's literally water all over the place. That's alright. I'll figure that out. Oh, that's hot. Oh. Have to sit that down for a minute. That is really hot. Ouch. It's boiling. Oh, it's been steaming for a long time. Oh, it's been steaming for ages. Have to let that cool off for a couple minutes. Oh my god, ouch. Okay. Oh, tipping all the veggies on the plates. Oh, they are very hot. I love having a lot of veggies with each meal. Love it. I love it. I'm going to wash the colander. Now I'm going to wash the stupid saucepan. Right, the saucepan a really decent wash. And that's the last friggin' time I need to worry about a bloody saucepan for the week. Oh, Jesus, man, that's... Oh. Do I want to raid more veggies tomorrow from the shops? Absolutely. I love veggies. I love veggies. Oh, I've got to put it in a way that's not going to wreck. I've got a dish rack full of clean dishes now. Thank God. I reckon I could say... It is safe to say, I think it's safe to say I will have to do the rest of my dishes tomorrow. The good thing is, I don't have to worry about that because I only have a couple of dishes that I need to worry about. Not 15 or 20 dishes. Sorry guys, whoops. Yeah, I don't have to worry about 15 or 20 bloody dishes today. Do not have to worry about it at all. In the side of the toaster, there we go. Clean all the sauce away from that because, yeah. I'm going to turn that off as well actually. Love my new support worker, the way she only takes over when she thinks something dangerous is going to happen, but I always make sure she knows if something's going to look incredibly horrible, that's probably the best time to take over. I don't want her to take over like that all the time, but if something's bad enough, she can just fix it. But when she's not with me, she knows I'm safe regardless, because I find something's wrong. I'm like, oh no, I've got to turn off all the power points in the kitchen and clean everything so that I don't get electrocuted. I don't want to get electrocuted. So I make sure I turn off the power points and then do it as decent as possible, clean up of the kitchen bench. It might not be perfect, but it's certainly better than it otherwise bloody would be if I didn't even try to clean up. Clean up over this side where the plate's nice and clean apart from the food that's on there. That, oh god, hang on, I need to throw that rubbish in my smell so I can get rid of them all. It's just one small little lump in the carrot. That's better than a whole lot of veggies going on the bench. So now I have to clean up that area to make sure it's fully. I don't believe in leaving dirty spaces. I mean, you can, but it's going to be hard to clean if you leave it till later. Clean it up straight away. It's kind of going to be easy to clean, you know, to clean it better later. You want the place to be as clean as possible. Otherwise, it's bloody dirty. It's horrible. I'm going to put some sausages onto this plate of veggies. Bring this over here. There we go. Now the sausages are definitely cooked. Absolutely cooked. I'm going to bring this plate over so I can get the veggies on to there without the sausages and veggies without getting stuff everywhere. Now I've got a bit more stuff to pick up, so I'm just going to pick it up, bring it over to the plate before tipping it up onto my veggies there. That's good enough. Now, okay. Putting the rest of that shit in a container. I'm going to have a Lactase just to make sure I digest my food correctly tonight, because my stomach went dodgy last night and I'm like, oh, can't let that happen again. Okay. No more Lactase till tomorrow. Okay. And no more dodgy stomach either. No more dodgy stomach. Right. Put that down. Get a cup of water. Sorry about my throat, but it's just the way it is for now until it slowly gets better. Where is this fucking phone? All right, did my sausages. Right. This is much better than last night. I didn't do a recording last night, but my God. If you'd heard me stuff up my recording, you might actually believe me when I say tonight's meal is much better. Because it is much better. I don't usually record myself eating, but tonight I am very impressed with how I cook my food. Be My Eyes, as you found out, isn't 100% accurate, but she did admit that she needed me to get a human being to help me, and when I asked her again, she admitted that, hey, I definitely can't tell that's cooked, but good job for actually trying. Use your food thermometer. So I did, and I found out, yep, it's cooked. So maybe in all scenarios, I may not be able to use Be My Eyes, because it'll say, oh yeah, the food looks cooked, but you need to use a food thermometer because I can't tell if the inside's cooked. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Because if you've got a fully sighted person cooking, they're going to eyeball the food and go, it looks pretty good. I'm going to check the temperature. No, it actually needs another 5 minutes of cooking. It looks like it's nearly done, but no, I wouldn't eat that yet. I'm sure it's not cooked enough. So I'm just doing what sighted people do, but a bit differently because, you know, not seeing is very hard to eyeball something with eyes that don't see. I will say I am really impressed with tonight's dinner. It cooked. Yesterday, I cooked a 2-star meal. Tonight, I cooked to me, it's 5 stars. Somebody else might think I've cooked the veggies too long. Well, okay, you don't have to eat my steamed veggies. Maybe you don't want them to be steamed for very long. You just want them to be heated up but not cooked very, you don't want thoroughly cooked veggies, or maybe you want your veggies cooked more than I like them cooked. Maybe you want them really crunchy, or you want them really, really soft. Well, okay, that's how you do them. I like how I cook my veggies. About 12 minutes, 13 minutes, that's good enough. So, I don't know how other people think when they cook, but I do not like the way restaurants cook their veggies. They don't cook them enough. I personally don't like restaurant food. I like my home cooking better. It's healthier, a little bit less oil, sometimes a bit more oil because of the recipe, but usually less oil. So I don't like restaurant food all that often, and I won't always go to a restaurant because they just don't know how to. They know how to cook for 100,000 people. If they've got to get up in the morning and start cooking at 9 a.m. and finish by 9 p.m., yeah, they know how to cook for thousands of people, but they don't know how to personalise cooking to individual needs. You want food this way, someone else wants food that way. They're probably not going to personalise it that much. If you don't like it, go somewhere else or cook at home. Well, I'm an asshole because I don't like it. I'm cooking at home because I like how I cook. I won't even go somewhere else. You know, go blow yourself, because not any of my subscribers, but as a general, you know, gist of what I'm getting at, it's like, you know, go somewhere else or cook at home, you know, I don't care kind of thing. Yum. This is really, really good. Maybe after how I cooked my food tonight, I do need to cook curried sausages again tomorrow night, because God, they're yum. They're so nice. Or even every second night, because if I cook them every night, I'll keep eating and eating and eating and eating, and I won't eat anything else, and I'll get very, 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 very malnourished from not eating a big enough variety of food, because if you eat a fucking throat tonight. If you eat a certain amount of food, but then you don't eat, I don't know, you fixate on eating certain amounts of food and do not eat anything else, but I don't know, let's say you only eat chicken and chips every night for dinner and a sandwich for lunch and Weet Bix for breakfast, and you did that literally every day for about 3 months. You'd be malnourished as from not having a decent variety of food. So maybe I shouldn't cook curried sausages tomorrow night, because I'll just eat it over and over again. Yay, and thanks to that bloody lactose tablet that digests lactose when it's in your gut, it isn't making me go dodgy tonight. Yay, good. Yeah. I think between using Be My Eyes and just cooking my veggies a bit longer, this food has turned out way better. Maybe I won't cook more courage sausages tomorrow night because I've got to learn to eat a bigger variety of food than just eating the same shit all the time. Be it as nice as it is, eating the same crap every single day is not going to fix my health any better. Because eating, I guess, if you don't deliberately try to eat a big variety of foods, your body's nutrition levels imbalance because you're not getting enough nutrients from different types of food to keep a good balance of nutrition in your body. I'm like, who gives a shit? But my doctors are freaking out, so I'm slowly going malnourished and nobody wants that, so I better just hurry up and learn to actually eat different food instead of just the same old stuff all the time. With that said, I'm finishing the recording and finishing eating while I listen to a YouTube video. So, I hope everyone has a decent night. And please stay safe out there.
Speech on.
If you can, just try to stay safe
Button.
anyway.
Record. Pause. Stop. Button.
I have a bit of food left on the plate and I'm going to finish eating it because I've eaten a lot of food today, but I don't care. I'm going to finish eating this food. It is a little bit curry spicy, but it's mild spice, so I can accept it. And I've noticed since not taking this other medication that I'm able to tolerate this mild curry better than I used to. So I don't know if taking certain medications, I don't know if certain medication interacts with food so that I can't have it. And then when I'm not on it, I don't eat spicy hot food, but I eat very mild curry, so it's kind of spicy, but it's not hot spicy. It's just not tangy. It's got a bit of a twang to it, like it's sort of warm, but not hot. So when you eat it, you can tell it's a bit spicy, but not, it's not even medium spice, it's mild, so it's still got a little bit of a kick to it, but isn't very hot. So I'm managing to tolerate that a lot better, so I'm going to stick with mild curry sausages every several nights from now on, because I can tolerate that. Maybe if I go back onto medication to specifically fix my stomach, maybe I will temporarily not be able to handle this mild curry sauce until I stop using this medication again. But so far I haven't had to go back on it, so I guess I'll see how I go with it. Apart from that, I'm doing not too bad, and I'm going to do some more steamed veggies tomorrow with my... Well, no, I've got salad in the fridge. I can have sausages and salad tomorrow. I'll have sausages with a couple of different salads, actually. That'll be good, because then I don't have to worry about the veggies till tomorrow night. Oh, yeah, I will be at home. I may not even need to walk to the shops again tomorrow, just because I don't need to buy food. I've got milk in the fridge. I don't need to walk to the shops tomorrow till probably Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. I've got a lot of snacks there that I like. In any case, I'll be back at some point. I don't know if it will be tomorrow or the next day. I'll see what happens.
Stop button.
And everyone have a decent night, and yeah, I'll upload this video and watch some more YouTube videos and see how I go. The world is still spinning, the sun is still rising and setting, be it the weather going crazy in the process, but the sun is still rising and setting, so that's a good sign for now. And I will talk to you guys later.
Stop button.